Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. So for this week, I'm planning out the week of June 10th through the 16th, and this is the week of Father's Day, so I'm using, of course, the Father's Day kit from Scribble Co. I promise not every single kit is going to be from Scribble Co. I feel like all of my kits are always from Scribble Co. just because she kills it with her kits, but I promise, eventually I will get more in there. So I put down this Simply Gilded washi, which looking back on it, I'm not a big fan of. But it was the closest thing that I had to matching this kit, so we're just going to deal with it, and I'm even now looking at it, not a big fan, sorry, I had a hiccup. Even now looking at it, I'm still not the best fan of it, but you know, that's what we're doing. That's what happens when you only have a limited amount of washi and you're on a no spend and you physically are not allowed to like spend any money. That's what happens. But yeah, so I put down that washi and then I did put down the full box. I used rose gold from Scribble Co. for the foil for this week, and I really like how it turned out, even though it's a Father's Day kit. I used rose gold and pink foil anyway, just because I liked it, and I thought it matched pretty well with this kit. So all of the overlays, I believe, the ones that are like the one box like stroke, like that square stroke, if that makes sense, you guys will see it in a little bit. That one is from Caress Press, or those are from Caress Press. The rest of them are from Scribble Co., I believe. I'm like looking at it like, am I right? Yeah. So that is the basis for this. This week was an interesting week. Monday kind of sucked, so I will kind of tell you guys like what happened on the Monday because I won't have enough time. I already know that. Those boxes, that one that I just put down, that's from Caress Press. But I'm also putting down deco and doing my sidebar and all that jazz. You guys know the drill. So on the Monday, I had to take Bailey to a vet appointment. In my last plan with me, I mentioned how Bailey was sick. Which that was something completely different, but I took Bailey to the vet on this day because she had peeling on her nose. I don't know if I've actually fully explained this. If I have, I apologize for me like reiterating it, but it's actually part of this week, so that's the reason why. Also, this deco was really, really small, so I was able to put like a ton of it down. And it took me forever. But yeah, so Bailey had peeling on her nose, which had happened for a couple months. I think it was like maybe started in January, maybe February. I'm not 100% sure on the time frame for it. But my mom went to go get her groomed, and the groomer was like, no, like we won't groom her until you go take her to the vet for that. And we are like, okay, like I've been meaning to do it anyway. It was one of those things where I just kept putting it off, which was probably not a good thing, but you know, it happened anyway. So we finally took her to the vet on Monday, and so this peeling on her nose also, by the way, it would bleed sometimes, so it was bad enough to where she had no color in her nose, it was bleeding, and it was peeling. So we went to the vet, and the vet said that there's two options. So it's either lupus or it's skin cancer. So we were like, okay, well, great. Neither of those are good, like options. So that vet appointment itself was just the initial like, hey, what's happening with her, like she has this, like can you check it out type thing. So our vet recommended us to do a biopsy on her nose, and that way they can actually find out what fully was happening and whether it was lupus or whether it was skin cancer. So the biopsy ended up happening like I think a month later, but this was her initial like vet appointment on this day, and she does have lupus, which she is not allowed to be in the sun. Thankfully, it's not the more like aggressive lupus. She has the like less aggressive one, if that makes sense. But she's not allowed to be in the sun, which sounds terrible for a dog, right? So she cannot go outside during peak hours of the day. She can only go outside in the morning and at night, which thankfully she's a pretty docile husky, so like it makes it pretty good because like she doesn't really fight us very much about it. She likes to stay inside during the day. So, yeah, that is the outcome of it. But that Monday was kind of a crappy day because of that. She had her vet appointment and everything. And yeah, so I don't know if I've actually fully mentioned that or not. The surgery was in July, so that will be coming eventually where you guys will see that point with me also. But this was the initial vet appointment on this day. So this week was not that fun for that day specifically, but you know, it's okay. I will actually go ahead and talk about Monday first. So I put down a Celeste from Scribble Co. to mark that I played The Sims. I did have a pretty okay day before I went to the vet. her vet appointment wasn't until 4, so I was able to spend my day doing whatever. I also made my mom go with me because I was like, I can't go by myself with her because I will, like, probably break down of whatever it is. So I made my mom go with me for this one. I made my dad go with me for her actual surgery. Because I'm like, I can't do this. Adulting's hard for me, okay? And then underneath that, I took a glam planner. I believe she's Honey. I'm not 100% sure. But I used her with a little YouTube play button to mark a Plan With Me binge. And then I took a trash icon from Scribble Co. That's from her foils collection. Sorry, I had another hiccup. To mark that I needed to take out the trash. And then a fox and cactus girl eating some chicken nuggets to mark Chick-fil-A that I had for lunch. So moving down to the actual appointment itself, so I put down a half box and then a Bailey. This is from a subscriber. She did send these to me. I can't remember her name, and I'm terrible for it, but that subscriber, thank you for sending them to me. But I used that one to mark her vet appointment. That was at 4:20. I almost said 16:20 because that's what I wrote down because I use military time for work, so I use military time on my spreads also. But yeah, she had her vet appointment. And then underneath that, I used a munchkin that's like crying to mark a mini breakdown. Originally, when I was in the vet, I was fine. I was totally okay. Didn't really have like any response to it. And then when I was driving home, it finally hit me. For anyone who doesn't know, Bailey is my dog. She is my first ever like dog that I've had. Sorry, someone's calling me. Go away, spam risk. But she's my first ever like personal dog that I've had. So she is like literally my like child. And so I had a mini breakdown because of it, because it finally got into my head and I started thinking about it and I was like, my dog's gonna die. Started thinking the worst and had a mini breakdown. And then underneath that, I took a credit card icon again from Scribble Co. like foiled collection to mark that I need to apply for care credit. So they gave us a kind of estimated of how much that surgery would cost for the biopsy, and they said it could get up to about $1,100. It ranged from I think like $800 to $1,100, and at that time frame I did not have that money at the moment, so I was like, okay, I'll apply for care credit and hope that will like that'll help and I'll be able to get that. So I did apply for care credit that day. I was able to put that surgery on there, which was totally fine. So I now have a new bill due for those of you guys who will notice it when I get closer to like when her surgery happened and everything, and when I actually have to start making those payments. I do have a new bill due, which is going to be great. But yeah, so I applied for care credit, and that was it for the Monday. On Tuesday, I put down the work label, and then I took a filming slate from Mandy Dreams to mark that I published a Plan With Me. Tuesday was a pretty normal day, honestly, because, like, Monday was just the crap day, and then Wednesday was a fun day, but, like, had to move on. I only had the mini breakdown on the Monday, and then after that, I went back to normal until I finally had to schedule her appointment for her surgery and all that jazz. So yeah, published the Plan With Me, and then I put down a washing machine icon from Magic Prince Co. to wash my costume, and then I took a film script as well as a filming like camera icon from Scribble Co. also to mark that I filmed some videos, and then I took a munchkin from Once More With Love because I did clean my bedroom. I did a lot on this day before I went to work. Look at me go. But I did clean my bedroom, and then I took another icon from Scribble Co., the foiled Scribble Co. collection. I don't know why I keep saying that so weird. But I used the coffee cup from there to mark a Starbucks run. I try to use as much foil as possible on this spread. I think just because I wanted to pull in that pink more, which is interesting because I feel like you wouldn't want to pull in pink on a Father's Day spread, but you know, I made it work, and I liked it. And then underneath that, I took a fox and cactus girl with like a side eye to mark a boring day at work because it was a grad night. Not all grad nights are interesting. The ones during the week kind of suck. The ones on the weekends are like ridiculously annoying. But I had a boring day at work, and then I took a quarter box from the kit and then a Coffee Monsters co-emoji that's in the graduation cap to mark that I worked my last grad night. Funny enough, I did not work the very last grad night of the season. This one on this day was the one that I worked, like, that was my last one. Later this week, I think I just didn't work the very last one. Yeah, the very last one I didn't work. It was on the Friday. I ended up being off earlier for some reason. I don't know what location I was at, but I was off earlier for some odd reason. But on this day, I worked my last grad night for the season, and I wanted to mark that. Obviously, it's not my last ever grad night because, unfortunately, they're always going to be a thing, and I'm probably always going to have to work them, but yeah, we worked my last grad night. So that is it for Tuesday. I have another hiccup. Like, why? What is happening right now? Moving on to Wednesday. So I put down a Paper and Milk Maru from Paper and Milk. Oh my god. Why? My brain today apparently is not functioning. I also didn't get very much sleep last night. So maybe that's why people keep calling me, like, the random, like, spam risk people, and it's really getting annoying, and they keep waking me up. And some of you are like, well, why don't you put your phone on Do Not Disturb? Because I wanted the text messages if I need them just in case, or if for some reason someone calls me and I need to answer it, I need to know. But the stupid spam risk people keep calling me every like 20 or 30 minutes, and I'm getting annoyed. So, yeah, you guys are probably like, I don't care, Lindsay, just get back to the plan with me. But anyway, we took a Morrow from Paper and Milk to mark a YouTube binge, and then I took a Wonton and a Million Steamy sticker to mark that I played more Sims, because y'all know me, that's what I do. I just play all of the Sims. I don't do anything else, apparently. Look at the tan line, by the way. Look at the tan line on my wrist. Can you guys see that? I have, like, very, like, squirrel moments right now. I don't know what's happening. I think it's because I have not had coffee today. I really need coffee. Anyway, I took another icon from Scribble Co. to mark that I need to pick up Lauren because we did go to Disneyland on this day. So we picked her up from work, and then I put down a quarter box and an emoji with a Mickey balloon to mark Disney with sister. Lauren is my sister, for those of you who do not know. And then underneath that, I put down a Mickey Morrow from Paper and Milk to mark the Sorcerer Mickey Shake, which was a thing that they were having for the 90th, like Mickey's 90th birthday. And it was really, really good. It was really sweet, though, and, like, half of it was whipped cream. And I was like, this is disappointing. But it was, like, an Oreo milkshake, and I love Oreo milkshakes. Fun fact, those are my favorite milkshakes, like, ever. And I'm, like, obsessed with them. For some reason, the Jack in the Box ones are really, really good. Don't know why, but they are. They're really good. But yeah, the Sorcerer Mickey Shake was good. It wasn't my all-time favorite just because half of it was whipped cream, and that made it a little disappointing, but other than that, it was pretty good. And then I put down one of those, like, squared-off quarter boxes. I don't know if that's considered a quarter box. I think it is. And I used a Whimsical Cat Studio Instagram girl to mark that I took pictures with the Small World wall, which is a wall that I've been wanting to take pictures with for so long. For those of you who do not know, it's like the blue wall that has the Small World, like, white, like, decal on it. I don't know. That's hard to explain. Like, that's not really what it actually is. I'm trying to, like, look it up. But it has, just type in Small World wall on, like, Google or even on Instagram and it'll pop up. But I really liked my outfit that I was wearing because I was wearing blue and white striped shorts and then a white shirt, and it matched the wall, and it was really, really cute. So I took pictures with the Small World wall, which was something I've been planning on doing for a long time. For those of you who do not know, I like to take pictures with walls and, like, different cool backgrounds, and so that was one that I really, like, wanted to do. And then after that, we went to Ballast Point, so I used a Fluffy Munchkin to mark that. And Ballast Point is a food place that is in downtown Disney. They did redo downtown Disney, and they put in a bunch of different, like, like, places and different shops and stuff, and I really like this, like, the way that they did it and, like, all the different food places, and Ballast Point was actually a really good place. So we did go there. And then moving on to Thursday, so I first put down that work label, and then I had to cut some washi in order to get the washi for my payday. So I did take the bottom washi, cut that off, and then I did put down my payday sticker, which it's a script from Scribble Co. And then I realized that it was still too thick of a piece of washi, so then I cut it more to make it fit a little bit better. So you'll notice I put down that payday sticker a little, like, higher up than you would think. That's because I'm going to cut off at the bottom. And then I don't know why, but I'm pretty positive I called out on this day. Not entirely sure why I called out, but I had a call scheduling, which I'm assuming was because I called out. And I used a phone icon from Scribble Co. to mark that. And then I took a Glam Planner Bippity and Bop to mark that I slept in super late. I actually pulled a sleep in sticker, like, script for this, and for some reason I didn't use it. Like, I wrote in sleep in super late, and then I realized that I had that sticker. So that was my mistake, but I actually don't mind the way it's written in. But yeah, I slept in, like, super late. Not entirely sure why I called out and why I slept in super late, but I did. And then underneath that, I took a Scribble Co. like little hand with a nail polish bottle to mark that I needed to paint my nails, and I'm assuming I painted my nails because I was filming some videos, because, you know, you gotta have pretty nails for the videos, which I don't always do, so I apologize if my nails, like, look like terrible sometimes. I'm just too lazy to actually do my nails. I'm actually getting my nails done on Thursday. maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I might be getting my nails done on Thursday. But the nail polish that I have in my hand right now is like this Sally Hansen gel, where it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's like the do-it-yourself at home gel without like the UV lamp, and it works pretty okay. But I'm like, do I like the color? Not really. I'm gonna probably change it soon. Anyway, you guys probably don't care. I digress. Moving on. Underneath that, I took a Whimsical Cat Studio Girl to mark that I did film videos, which I wrote that very strangely, and I kind of wish I didn't, but it's fine. And then I took a munchkin with like a cake and a little whisk to mark that I watched more Cake Wars. Gee, what a surprise, because that's all Lindsey does is just watch Cake Wars. I don't do it anymore. Right now I'm watching Friends because I need to watch Friends before it gets taken off of Netflix because it's supposed to get taken off at the end of the year. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty positive it is, so I have to watch it one last time before it gets taken off. But yeah, Cake Wars. And then underneath that, I took a steamy from Wonton in a Million with some spaghetti to mark that we went to BJ's for dinner, which BJ's has my heart. BJ's and Olive Garden are so good. I'm like obsessed with it. And their pizookies are really good. They really need to bring back the red velvet pizookie because that one was my all-time favorite. And I'm so sad when they took it away and they never brought it back. And it makes me sad. Anyway, I'm just like a squirrel moment all the way right now, man. Moving on to Friday, I put down the work label again, and then I put down another filming slate from Mandy Dreams to mark that I need to publish my haul. Don't know how long ago this haul was, but we published a haul. And then I took a Simply Watercolor Co. coffee cup, and I almost just said from Simply Watercolor Co. What is up with my brain today? But I used that to mark Dunkin' Coffee. And then I used a munchkin with a little podcast sticker to mark the Pretty Basic Podcast. I actually haven't listened to a podcast in a decent amount of time. My pen was running out right here, so that's what, that's what, if you guys, like, notice, I'm dropping my ring, and it's making noise. But if you guys notice me, like, trying to, like, rewrite it, it's because my pen was not working for the time being for some reason. All of a sudden, it just stopped working, and I know I have ink in it, which I'm gonna have to buy a new one eventually, because I'm running low already on it. But yeah, going back to podcasts, I haven't listened to a podcast in a while. When I carpool, which is usually every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, usually, depending on the days, I don't listen to, like, podcasts, so I only listen to them on Saturday, Sundays, and I haven't listened to one in a while. I don't remember maybe I did listen to a podcast last Saturday. No, because I was off. I don't know. Anyway, I listened to Pretty Basic Podcast. My brain today, oh my gosh. You guys are probably like, okay, Lindsey, just stop talking and just let us just watch the rest of this. Don't even talk anymore. It's fine. Moving down below that, I took a lolly and pop from Glam Planner that is like organizing their closet to mark that I needed to get a new costume. I'm pretty positive I was at a different location on this day. I remember why. Okay, so remember how I didn't know why I was off at that weird time? I had a split. So they put me in 2 locations, so I had to get a new costume because I needed the universal costume that was not, like, specifically to one location. And I remember this day because I got super annoyed. Oh, yeah. I got annoyed. But they had me work in 2 different locations, so I had, like, one location I was, what's it called? I was at, like, my normal location, and then the other half I was at another one, and I had to close there because they didn't have a person, like the person called out, so that makes sense why I had to get a new costume. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so I had to get the new costume, then I put a fancy label down and another side-eye Fox and Cactus Girl to mark that I was super annoyed because I had an oh so lovely person in my area that I really, 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 really do not get along with. Specifically someone that does not like me either, so when I found out I had a split and I had to work in that other store, I was like, are you kidding me? So I got really annoyed because it was one of those things where, like, she just kept giving me dirty looks, didn't talk to me. I would say something to her and then just completely, like, ignore me, that type of thing. So I tried. She was the one who was ignoring me. But anyway, I got super annoyed on this day. So then after that, I went to In-N-Out. So I used a munchkin to mark that. And then, like I said, this was the last grad night. So this was the actual last day of grad night. So I used another emoji to mark that. So moving on to Saturday, I did put down the weekend banner if you guys saw that. And then I put down my work label. And then I'm putting down a Magic Prince Co. washing machine, which I really need to get Like, Scribble Prints Co. needs to come out with washing machines that match her foil, or I need to find ones that match her foil, because the Magic Prints Co. is more like bronzy, and the rose gold for Scribble Prints Co. is more pinky, and I really need to find, like, washing machines that match it. But anyway, yeah, I needed to wash my costume, so I put down a washing machine for that. And then I put down little munchkins with stickers. These are from old Scribble Prints Co. kits when these were part of her, like, freebies, and I take all the munchkins off of all the freebies and I keep them, so this is where that sticker came from. But I use that to mark a Once More with Love sale. She had a sale on this day. I'm assuming I participated in it and bought things. Not 100% sure, I don't really remember, but I'm assuming I did. And then I took a car icon from Magic Prints Co. to mark that I needed to get some gas. And then underneath that, I took a emoji that's kind of pissed off that is in a car to mark that I sat in so much traffic. I was in traffic for forever, and it was so much traffic that it made me late. So I used a munchkin to mark that I was late for work, which I hate being late for work. I'm not late for work very often, but usually it's because there's some kind of traffic on the freeway and it sucks. But yeah. And then underneath that, I took a fancy label from the kit and then a clock icon from Scribble Prints Co. to mark that I had a check-in with Mandy, who is one of my managers. So I had, I think, a check-in with all of my managers. Did I have ones last week? I don't remember. Maybe... No, this hadn't happened yet. But I started having check-ins with all of my managers, specifically for, like, a certain reason. But I had one with Mandy on this day, and then I had an emotional breakdown underneath that, or after that. So I used a munchkin that was crying to mark that, which we kind of ended up talking about, like, personal things that have been bothering me, and then we ended up talking about Bailey also, and I just kind of broke down and had an emotional breakdown, which happens pretty frequently when Mandy talks to me, which I think is just because, like, it's always about the personal stuff and not the work aspect of it, and it just gets to be all too much, and then I just get overwhelmed, and then I just start crying. But yeah, I had an emotional breakdown on this day. Always a fun time. And yeah, that is how we rounded out Saturday, with an emotional breakdown. Oh yeah. Moving on to Sunday, I put down that work label again as always, and then I took a half box because it was Father's Day, so I took a half box as well as a father and daughter Bippity from Glam Planner. I am a brunette and so is my dad, so I just used that one to match, and it matched the spread pretty well also. And then I used a Father's Day script from Scribble Prints Co. that is in Jessica or J. Crew Plans writing. Wow, my phone just fell and it scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. But it's in Jessica's writing. And then underneath that, I took a, like, wide-eyed munchkin, and she marked that I was super tired. I'm not entirely sure why I was so tired, but I was really tired, probably because of the emotional breakdown, and then I probably didn't sleep that night, and so that's probably why I was so tired. But yeah, I'm super tired on this day, and then I took a munchkin from Once More with Love that's baking to mark more Cake Wars. Oh yeah, you guys guessed it, all the Cake Wars. At some point also my battery dies, so you'll see me, like, kind of cut out because my battery will die eventually. But yeah, we watched some more Cake Wars, because that's what we do. And then I took a $sign icon from Scribble Prints Co. to mark that I need to transfer some money. I think it cuts out, like, right around here. Yeah, it does. So you guys are going to see it cut. Ooh, there you go. I had to change my battery, because my battery actually had been flashing all the way since Wednesday. So I actually got through a decent amount of this video with my battery flashing, surprisingly. But I had to transfer some money, and then I took a Simply Watercolor Co. coffee cup to mark some Dunkin' coffee, because Dunkin' coffee be good. The pumpkin cold brew, though, is still my favorite, I think, right now. I don't like pumpkin spice lattes, but pumpkin cold brew is so good. And then, last but not least, I took a fancy label again from the kit, and then another clock icon from Scribble Prints Co. to mark that I had a check-in with Antonio. Antonio is another one of my managers. He's actually my mentor, so he's the one I have the most, like, check-ins with. I have them most frequently with him, just because that's, like, a normal thing, to have check-ins with, like, whoever your mentor is. So you'll see him, like, check-ins with him more frequently, but I had a check-in with him on this day also. Not entirely sure what this one was about, but yeah, we had a check-in. So that is everything for this plan with me. I still really do not like this washi. I'm, like, staring at it. It looks better in person than it does on camera. On camera, I feel like it's more yellowy than it actually is, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the bottom washi because it doesn't match, and it kind of bothers me. And I don't want to change it because I don't want to waste the washi, but I kind of do want to change it because it's really bothering me. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to flip through what's left in the kit, which I still have some decent amount of stickers left, and that is going to be everything for this Plan With Me. I'm going to do a little bit of a Viv wiggle, just so you guys can see all of the really pretty foily goodness. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Plan With Me. If you did, as always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and then leave me some kind of comment down below. And I will hopefully see you guys in another video very, very soon. Bye, guys!